what I'm about to say might sound narcissistic or self-centered, but it's not. And if you stick to the end, you'll hear the whole story and it'll make sense. Alright, let's just start. Alright, so I'm at this girl's house. She gives me her phone and I'm going through her playlist. She's showing me her playlist. So basically, I'm just scrolling through her playlist. She even showed me her secret playlist, which I found um cool, I guess. And I saw songs that I like. I saw songs that I heard before. I saw songs I saw on TikTok, mainstream songs, popular songs, and then I saw songs that, like underground kind of. Anyway, as I'm doing this, a notification pops up. I mean, it's not from her girlfriend, like her girlfriend. No, it's from a guy. Um, and so I just ignore it. And I'll tell you exactly why I ignore it later on. The reason for right now of why I didn't get mad is gonna be just because I thought it was her cousin, her gay best friend, or who knows what it could be. So for that reason, that's why I didn't get really mad. But I'm telling you the real reason, the real important reason later on. The reason like getting get mad is because I'm not even sure if I like her. Because I'm not really an emotional guy. Okay, I'm an emotional guy, but like I'm not I try to be as logical as I can, and so sometimes dating when I the way I think of it, for me in the position that I'm in, it's not really just logical for me. So, and I've always just been like, love is like a later thing, later in life. Not right now because I have work to do, So yeah. And so like 10 minutes after we go inside the pool and we're getting wet and all, and we're like pretty close. It's kind of a slide, it's a water slide kind of thingy majiggy, and it's in her backyard. And like I'm like very close to her. Like I'm at the top of the slide and like we're just chilling there and like we're like super close to each other. And like we're fighting a little bit, play fighting. And so yeah, like this is stuff you would not do with a regular stranger. Like I was like we were like pretty close, like kind of like cuddling but not cuddling because we're not official, and so yeah. And my parents are there, and my sister was there, and so yeah, we didn't. It wasn't like official. And while we're in the pool, every now and then she would get out the pool and check her phone, which I thought was a little weird. I mean, basing off what just happened, I'm thinking of like, okay, some man or some guy. And so yeah, basically I just thought that was weird. Especially after what we just did in the pool and how we're like so close. That was just like that's just weird, right? And then so we get out the pool and we're just like sitting drying and she's on her phone and I see a glimpse. She's moving around, she's moving her phone, and in a glimpse, in 1 second glimpse, I see like the messages home screen thingy majiggy. Like where you have all your contacts, but it's not the contacts list, it's the messages contacts list. And so I see like 5 people, like those blue dots. So like that means you have a message. There was like 5, and I didn't see the names because it was a 1 second glimpse. But basing off what I'm seeing and thinking, it's really, it only leads to the fact that that those messages are probably other guys. And that's what I think, right? Sure, it could be her friends or whatever, right? I could completely be wrong. But until I see proof, I'm gonna believe this thing, right? Like, I will believe it was other guys until she proves otherwise. Because look, you have to understand, while I was there with her at her house and the whole day, like I was with her, right? She was like calling someone. I don't know who the hell she was calling, but she was calling this random guy while I was there. And like I didn't really care because like I just knew she was trying to like there's a reason behind why you're doing this. You're trying to make me jealous, and if you're trying to make me jealous, then that means you like me. It means you care about me somewhat. And so like either way I win in a sense. If you're calling someone you have a boyfriend, then that's cool. And then I'm fine. I could just leave. I don't have to date you and I don't have to think about all this, right? Or if you're trying to make me jealous, then you care about me and you're just showing it. To be honest, that's really dumb. Why would you want me to like you because I'm jealous? I'd rather you, I'd rather just love someone because I love them, not because I'm jealous or that they have other options. If that was true and it was like other guys, that's just disgusting. I genuinely, like not even an ick or a red flag. That just like completely made me lose feelings completely. All like that's not even a red flag. That's like a no, you're not the one I'm looking for. Like that's a instant X, like out, X out. And I was just thinking like, bro, is it like if this is you and I thought you were like innocent, I thought like I never expect this out of this person. And so if this is just you and you're like a regular person and I didn't expect this out of you, imagine just regular women, like other people. They're probably doing the same thing. And that's just disgusting in my opinion. Like, because females normally in a perfect world, they just like one guy and they be with that guy, forever and be loyal to him. You're telling me, and like, because women are more emotional, and so like if they love a guy, they love a guy, and they'll put like 100% in that guy and be obsessed in a perfect world. Um, but if you have like, but if girls nowadays are just talking to five guys regularly with no emotion, with no emotional connection, like how can you date? Like, what makes you special? Like, what makes you special? How are you gonna compete with this? How are you gonna win a girl over? How are you gonna find a girl if this is how every girl is? Like, is there a perfect girl? Is there like this generation is so cooked, bro. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to find a girl, that's like that's loyal and not have all this feminism brainwashing and whatnot. Um, Of course, this isn't targeted against every girl, and you can't think about this you can't like put this idea to every girl and expect it to be right because one this is just one person and I can't just say that it's true about every person. So calm down and don't get mad at me, and it's not about every person, it's not about every girl, but I think it's not all women, of course, but there's some like there's no denying that there's some, and it's a little bit higher than you think because I know I know some girls like um I know some females and I was texting this one girl. Um, the way I met her, I was like kind of flirting with her in class, but I never really like um was committed. I was just really like playing it and having fun with it, not really committed. And I have her number, right? And it's more of a like a gay best friend, but I'm not gay because like I was always rejecting everything. I was always pushing it away. Uh, and the reason I do that is because I'm like locked in. Well, anyway, she has a small group of friends at school, and so I don't see her around any guys. I don't see her like I expected her to be like normal, not really like normal, right? Sounds like I sound crazy saying this, but I thought she was normal, like not talking to any guys, right? And then um randomly we're like texting and stuff. Um, she sent me a photo of a message of what a guy said and like how funny it was. It's just the fact that she was comfortable to show this and thought this was okay. And if that's just what she's willing to show, what is she not willing to show? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. If this is what she's willing to show, what is she not willing to show? Okay, that's that. And so yeah, so after the pool, I go to the restroom, like her restroom, and I'm just there. I'm staring at the mirror for a good 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And I know this because she literally came in like checking on me. Or I don't know if she was checking on me, but she came in just like pretend doing something, but I know she was checking on me. And so in those 15 minutes, I knew someone was gonna come in just the way that I was feeling, and I knew I was gonna be there for like a little while. So I got some Q-tips. Like she had Q-tips in front of her. Well, and I got some Q-tips and I acted like I used them. Well, I didn't act like I used them. I actually used them. But yeah, I was like mid-ear and she opened the door and then I act busy and I threw it away. And yeah, what was I doing in the mirror? She asked me, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And I said, "No, nothing." And I don't wanna confront it really. I just wanna like, I don't wanna start something, nor do I wanna like say something while I'm not in the best headspace. Like I need time to reflect on everything and make sure my conclusions are right. And yeah, bro, I was just thinking about like, damn, bro. I was thinking about how the effect she had on me and how yeah, I was thinking about how her actions affected me and stuff. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Do I like her? Do I not? It's like, why am I getting attached? Why am I getting attached? Why am I getting attached? You're smarter than this. You're better than this. You're better than this. You're better than this. She's like, I don't want to call her like names, but she's talking to other guys, which I just find disgusting. And so like, have some respect for myself. That's what I was saying myself. Have respect for yourself. Have respect. Have respect. And the most important thing I was thinking about in that moment was how always in my life, there'd be a time where I gave in a little bit. I gave in, either that be love or energy or attention. I gave in a little bit, and then someone does something. a situation plays out the way I don't want it to, and then I'm back. Like I put my leg forward. I put one step forward, and then someone like pushes me back, and now I have to I have to move back again, right? And what that means is like I have to remember like what does this all mean? What am I talking about? What does this all mean? What am I talking about? It just reminded me the time when I'd put energy or effort into a relationship or just friendship, right? I'd put energy, like I'd show up or say something even when I don't feel like saying something, like putting energy, time, effort, all this stuff, and they just don't take it well. They're not reciprocating. They push it back and they push you back. And so what that teaches you, it teaches you to just to not really like to not really give your energy or effort, especially with like human interaction, because other stuff you put in energy, most like there's a higher chance that it'll come back, whether that be creating content, like reading, so many other stuff. You put in effort and it comes back in, but not always for human interaction human interaction. Sometimes you put in energy and they don't reciprocate, and that literally sucks. And that's why, as me, I don't really like putting energy into that stuff. Really, I'm more of a physical um type of guy, like gym, reading, content. Okay, it just reminded me how I'm not gonna explain anymore, bro. Fuck, y'all don't. If y'all don't understand, y'all don't understand it. But yeah, bro, it's just as sad as it sounds, and I don't like saying this, but at the end of the day, bro, like you just gotta have self love, bro. You just gotta be there for yourself. You always gotta be there for yourself. You always gotta have your back. But like I swear to you, you yourself always and forever. Always, bro. You have to be there for yourself always. Have your back always. Because you never know when people could always switch up on you. But you will never switch on yourself. You know, you will never stab your own back. You will never do that to yourself. But people will. I literally can't stress it. And I've been saying this for so many times. You have to be there for yourself always, always, always. It's so weird when people are not for themselves. Like they're always with friends and they can never be with themselves. When, bro, you yourself are your greatest blessing. What are like it's always been you since day one. Since you were born, it was just you. It was always just you and your brain and yourself, and it's always been you, bro. I'm telling you, it's always been you. So why don't you love yourself? Why don't you have respect for yourself? Why are you not putting yourself first? And I don't mean putting yourself first as in your needs like food or anything like that or money. I'm talking about like just love yourself, bro. And if um people are not there for you or they bail on you or they leave you or whatever, you have yourself there, bro. You have yourself there. If your friends go out without you and you're having FOMO at your house and they're having fun and they think they're being cool leaving you out in the dust, bro, no, because you are the one. You are the GOAT. You are the legend. You are the rock star, and they are missing out on you. And you should feel pity and sad for them because they missed out on you. And if you always live like this, if you always, if you can always make yourself happy and content, And you can never lose. You can literally never lose if you're always there for yourself. You literally can't. You literally can't. Even when the people bail on you, even when, people do you dirty or backstab you or do anything, bro, they cannot hurt you if you're there for yourself 100%. Like, you don't know for certain. You don't know for certain if the people around you are still gonna be around you in 10 years. But who will stay? You know who for certain will stay? Yourself. So, alright, that's it. Um, I'm not saying to just push people out. What I'm saying is that you have to be there for yourself. You have to be the backbone. You have to be the rock at the bottom. Because if you hang out with a friend and they treat you bad and you go home and then you're like bored and you're thinking about, oh, I have no one to be around. It's because you don't love yourself. If they say no or this like something happens, right? Or I'm talking about okay, you know what a better example would be? A girlfriend. If you date a girlfriend and she somehow breaks up with you, you're gonna be sad because that was your love. That was your sense of purpose in that person. But if that sense of purpose was in you instead of that person, then if she broke up with you, you'd still have yourself and you'd still be completely okay. I'm not saying that um you should put your needs before others or that you should be block people out. I'm just saying that if everything goes wrong, you have yourself and you're always gonna have yourself. So you might as well love it. I'm just saying to love yourself because when you love yourself, you can love others. And if they don't love you back, you still love yourself. Alright, guys. Yeah, that's it. Um, I really appreciate you for watching. It means the world to me. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.